So folks, good morning, guten morgen, buenos dias, g'day, depending on where you're watching this in the world. We are here in Vienna, right above the Danube River. Look at that, nice and green this morning. So we're going to take in a little tour of things to see in Vienna. First of all, we're going to start off by going to the Stadtpark, which is a famous park here in the city. And we're going to get around using public transport because right here in Vienna the public transport system is very efficient. You can purchase a ticket for 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, which gives you unlimited access to all of the public transport facilities in the city. It looks a bit like this. Let's have a look inside my wallet. I've also noticed as well there's a lot of bicycle infrastructure as well, so if you do want to hire a bicycle, maybe buy a bicycle if you're going to be living here, there is a lot of bicycle walkways and a fairness zone. Anyone know what a fairness zone is? Does that mean we've got to be fair to each other? Let's go to the underground. I'm going to arrive 4 stops to the Stadtpark. Also, another thing to note as well, I've noticed that the level of crime in a city can be measured by the presence or the lack of barriers at the underground system. So places like Mexico City, you've got a barrier to get in, and you've got lots of police. Just an observation. I mean, even places like London, you have ticket barriers, which you can jump over, by the way, folks. Not that I'm advocating that, but here there's no ticket barriers. And even when you buy the ticket, you have to validate it as well. But I wonder what the penalty if you don't do that is. I'm not sure. I haven't been here long enough to do that, but just an observation, folks. There's no one checking the tickets and there's no one at the ticket barrier, so you could quite easily go in and use the underground for free. Not that I'm recommending that, because I do have my ticket validated, so I'm traveling above board, folks. Ticket stations or the ticket booths are like this here. We've already got our ticket, but I'm just going to show you there. It's pretty easy to use. Find your language, go in and get your 72-hour tickets, 48 hours, how many you want, and buy the ticket. Pretty easy. It is 14 euros for 48 hours. That's for 2 days travel. That's what we got here. And then you just proceed to the barrier, and then you validate it like that there. You put the ticket into the machine and that will validate it. As simple as that, folks. And off you go. We think it's definitely the best way to get around. We haven't had to use an Uber or a taxi or anything like that just yet, but we haven't been traveling late at night.
Let's go.
So folks, we're going to check out the Stadtpark, which is one of the biggest parks here in Vienna, accessible by the Stadtpark station on the underground, folks. It's a wee bit nippy, so it is. It's a wee bit chilly. A bit chilly on the willy, but it is nice and dry. So let's go and take a walk around the park. Not quite sure what's going on here. Oh, no football. So folks, we've arrived here at Schönbrunn Palace, one of many palaces here in Vienna. This was once the seat of power for the Habsburg dynasty, Habsburg monastery. Start that again, folks. It was the seat of power for the Habsburg dynasty, and right here in Vienna. So we're going to check it out, folks. If you're a bit of a royalist like me, you will love this place because there's so many royal palaces. So folks, we've arrived and I've just noticed there is some beer tents and some sausage vendors. So I wonder, should we get some food and drink before we go in, or should we leave that till afterwards, folks? One bit of advice I would give you is make sure you've booked your tickets online, because sometimes on the day itself it's not possible to buy tickets because they will be sold out. Next up on our mission, we're going to try and get back some stolen property, isn't that right? Yes. Can you please explain to the viewers what have Austria got that you want back? The Mexicans want back?
We are just going to the museum, see it, and then take it. And just run away.
So, Moctezuma, who was this guy? Was some famous Mexican guy, was he?
It was his heart, but the replica, it is in Mexico City. It was stolen by the Spanish.
It was nicked by the Spanish, and then it went to somehow got to the Austrians. So now it's here in the Welt Museum, which means
Maximiliano de Habsburgo, I think so. I don't know, it is true.
Yes.
But the thing, anyways, so the government in Mexico, they have been trying to get it back in so many ways. Unfortunately, they can't, because they can move. Because if they move to Mexico, everything is going to be destroyed.
So it's still here in Austria, and we're going to get it back today, folks.
Yes.
Right. Have you got your mochila?
Oh, yeah.
That's a bit too small. You should have brought your backpack. So that's us, we're here. How are we going to do this, Sally? You going to distract him and I'll stick it in my coat, or what?
Yeah.
Here, we find it.
How about you go? Oh, yes.
Hey.
We're fat.
You can distract the guard. No. I'll break the glass. Okay.
It's so beautiful.
So guys, we were unsuccessful in our attempt to restore the Palacio de Moctezuma back to Mexico. Failed miserably. So here it will remain in Austria. No, you can't walk on the grass, love. There's landmines here. Of course you can walk on the grass. Yes, so the Palacio de Moctezuma will remain here in Austria in the Welt Museum, the World Museum. It's quite interesting though, because we did go and see a lot of exhibits from around the world, and one of the main themes was colonialism. So we're looking at, you know, explorers of Europe of the 19th century that went abroad, obviously, and took little artifacts. It was a sort of sign of wealth or a sign of monarchy that they would take these things back to their home countries. So there is a bit of colonial history with Mexico and Austria. Maximilian was the governor of Mexico and actually has connections to Chapultepec Castle, and he was the one that supposedly took the Palacio de Moctezuma away. If you want to check out another video of mine to do with the colonial connection between the old Austro-Germany and Latin America, check out my video on Pazuzu, which was an Austro-German colony in the middle of Peru, so check that one out as well, folks. Well folks, it may be the 2nd of January, but it's still Christmas here. The market is in full swing. Everyone's out on their ice skates. Ali, what time is it?
It is Guinness time.
That's right folks, it's beer o'clock. And we're gonna get some Guinness here. Might as well. Check out the Irish pub, Molly Darcy's Irish pub. A pint of Guinness and a bit of scran, folks. Let's go and check it out. So folks, as always, the time has come. The time is beer o'clock, that's right. What better way to celebrate, or to celebrate beer o'clock? It's a celebration, right? Why?
That's right.
Getting some Guinness in the Irish pub. Couldn't pass it by, folks. So this is in Molly Malone's. Molly Darcy's, sorry. Got the wrong Molly Darcy's in Vienna here. Home away from home. Ali's on the Aperol Spritz as usual. How is it? So we've had quite a busy day so far. And we're going to check out the opera later on. The opera, and classical music in one of the opera houses. So folks, we're having something more representative of Austria here. It's a Schnitzel, which is veal, I think, veal in batter and bread. That's easier, folks. That's why they invented tripods, so we can talk and eat at the same time. Anyway, it's really talk and eat, folks, so cilantro and a strawberry hand post.
Salud.
Salud. Forgot about that one. Where else would you get it, folks? The portion definitely is very big. Look at that. It's definitely enough for 2 people. So folks, as we are staying in Vienna, the city of music, why not go to an opera or go to a bit of classical music? So we're going to check out a venue near the Stadtpark. This is where we were earlier. Let's go. Breaking the law, breaking the law. As always, you come with us. Well folks, you know what time it is? It's beer o'clock. We're just on the half-time interval here at the ballet show. The ballet show and the classical music. What do you think so far, Ali?
It has been pretty good.